2 of my candidates this week had fucking Proud Boys on their thing. And I was like, I don't know if I like this. I don't know what this is.
Honestly, I have no idea. I only
got
hear
them hired.
It is like an alt-right, proud to be white kind of movement, which is
cool.
Very, like, it really borders on
KKK.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all sense. I know of it.
I know. I don't know a lot. Antifa, I also don't know a lot about, but I do know that there's this image going around if you type in Antifa and they're like, Portland's Antifa has been getting picked up by federal agents. Those aren't Antifa members. That's just what people from Portland look like.
Everyone looks like they're in Antifa.
I don't know where everyone got their information from, but that's not true. Also, Bill Gates not trying to put a microchip in you. And if someone wanted to put a microchip in you, it's already happened because all of you take the flu vaccine. So you also carry your iPhones around.
Yeah,
which are tracking you all the time.
That's the big thing.
And I don't understand.
Let me ask you a question, people. Do you have TikTok? If you have TikTok,
I have TikTok. I just got it today.
That's great because you gave China everything you put in your phone.
China already had it. Everything's related to China. They make the phone in fucking China.
What?
If it's not already in my phone, I mean, I did the Russian face app thing. The Russians have my information. I don't give a fuck anymore who has my information.
The difference is they had to try before and hack people, and they're not going to do that with the masses. Now, if the masses volunteers and just does it for them, that's exactly what everyone's doing. So you get TikTok, they get not just your facial recognition, but you sign up.
Your facial recognition is everywhere. There's cameras
everywhere. That's just one element of it.
That's just normal.
It's just
but that's
creepy
normal.
Weird.
Like even before you get any sort of smartphone, there's already a facial recognition of your face.
Oh, yeah.
That's already happened. So that part with people being freaked out about that, I'm like, you realize you've done that since you opened a laptop with a camera on it.
If you were in any major city across the world that has security cameras, they use facial recognition. And you're in a system.
Here's my other thing. Everyone gets, like, they don't want to read that whole entire I agree, terms to agree to when you sign anything.
I've read through them, by the way. It's fucking weird.
Sign your face, your identity.
And not just that.
Is gone.
Everything you've ever put in your cell phone.
100%.
They have it.
You said I agree without reading it. You can't get mad. That's like the same as when clients get mad at me because they get a 2% charge on top of their actual rate. They get an additional 2% charge. Do I say anything about that charge? Fuck no. Do they sign it with that charge? Yes. And it's in a very simple, plain paragraph by itself. It's very readable. It's not hidden.
Yeah.
You know how much shit is hidden in those fucking contracts?
Oh, yeah, you get into the second and third page, paragraph A, 22.
Now you have all these people in government and people in society being so upset about it and up in arms about it. You said yes. You said I agree, and you didn't read through it.
Donald Trump's talking about banning TikTok.
Makes it so mad.
So he's going to get rid of it, possibly. Who knows?
The people are about, why do you have to be on me? I'm sorry. There's so many places for you to lay. It's too hot in this house.
Yeah, so
sorry, I'm talking
Bill Gates isn't going to fucking try to kill you. He's trying to help the world.
Yeah.
And, our fucking vaccines, are they perfect? No. Nothing's perfect. Well, we talked about this on the podcast and never fucking got recorded, but
preach.
There is a certain chemical that is in Sharpies, whiteout, and certain
I started saying things because I feel like you're a hype person.
That a very small percentage of people, if they smell it, the first time they ever smell it, they instantly die. Yeah. Look it up. It's a real thing. Weird. It's fucking crazy.
I actually didn't know that until you said that the other day, and I had to look it up and verify.
Isn't that fucking weird?
It is. It's really weird.
It's really rare, and it's weird. It's
weird people waking up with different accents. It's weird people having allergies after their allergies change every fucking 7 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, obviously, I got fucking asthma over cheese.
It's weird. Every single situation is always going to be weird. Yeah. There's never going to be a black and white. There's never one side or the other. Yeah. There's always an in-between. And I think once everyone realizes that, we're going to be okay. Oh, and I've changed my whole gas the ghettos. I really wanted to gas crystal meth white people.
Right.
Actually, just crystal meth users in general. I won't even just subject it to white people. It's to just... If you use crystal meth...
Well, let's be honest. It's 99% white people.
100%. They're weird.
So we're running for a local government, and our campaign is White Lives Don't Matter. And here's the thing. No.
I really do. People with that argument is just so ridiculous to me.
Argument for what?
Why does it bother people so much when there's something that they don't agree with?
Black Lives Matter. People feel attacked.
Like, why? Why do you feel attacked? Because you're such a piece of shit human being? Like, you're seeing into yourself? What happens to your brain that you're just like, I need to destroy whatever I don't agree with? And usually it's very sensible shit. Like, everyone just being like, only Democrats want this. And it's like, no, normal people want equality for all.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah. Why is that weird?
And here's what fucking...
And why do people not know that there's not equality?
I feel bad for Asians. I
do. They shut their mouths.
They just put their head down and they accept the fact that Harvard makes it incredibly hard for them to get in. They have to... Their test scores... Look it up! Asians have to have incredibly high test scores in order... Way higher than a black... African American... Hispanic...
Black, it's people of color is just the new one that you're not supposed to say. You're supposed to, like...
You know, and that's the thing. Here's another nuance. Guess what? Some people like to be fucking called black. Some people like to be called African American. Some people like to be called people of color. Some people hate being called black. Some people hate being called African American.
There's just a lot of discriminatory shit that happens in our states. It happens everywhere. It's all over the world.
It's just fucking words.
People just are so mean to anything that's out of the norm. And what's crazy to me is, man, like, people get so pissed about art. And that's depressing. Like, art? Yeah, like, if you think about it, everyone's trying to voice their art. Trust me, I understand that people are destroying stuff too. And I get that. And I'm also against that. But here's the thing. There's been so many fucking peaceful ways for people to reiterate what they're trying to get across, which is that a certain color of person does not matter as much as the other. And I don't think that it's that hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
Be a decent human being, apologize, and move the fuck on and be a better person. Like, all of this stuff, all of this technical, political... COVID, let's just pile everything on all at the same time.
Yeah, UFOs
Yeah, like there's just so much going on that it is literally impossible to fight for every single thing every day. Yeah. What you have to do, because the only thing you're doing is causing a division, and what you have to do is make your immediate surroundings better.
Absolutely.
That's the best way to do it.
How I'm viewing the way our government works versus our society.
Yeah.
So our society, we're all pretty primitive people as a whole, humans. We haven't been doing this very long in the millions and millions
of... In the scheme of things, if you think about like when we invented the wheel.
Yeah.
Or fuck that, when we were monkeys to now, like that's weird.
Yeah.
There's a lot to happen in such a small amount of time.
Yeah, like if they said like if you were to imagine all the years of the universe are all the grains of sand in the world, one grain of sand is just the blip that our world has been around. And we've only been a fraction of that grain of sand. So with that in mind, we're still figuring things out, obviously. And right now we have politicians who are out of touch with society, who are supposed to represent the people. And then we have people who have a hard time representing ourselves, so we have to react out in ways that gets attention. And so that's where we are right now.
Well,
that's literally where we are.
I think my thing is too, and I said this the other night when we were talking, was that I don't know where it became a he said, she said, Democrats against Republicans instead of Democrats. Because there was a time where Democrats and Republicans worked together and they would listen collectively and try to find the best motion or notion or whatever the fuck it's called to make it right. Like there would be something that was put in place. And then somewhere along the line, it became a very competitive and a very angry and a very just aggressive
and they're both so
situation.
Extreme.
Yeah, like there's things where I'm like, fucking Democrats, you guys are the dumbest. Shoot yourselves in the foot a little more.
Literally, like some of the arguments that they have are like, okay,
they can't have any toes left at this point.
Oh, it's like, okay,
like they have
liberal side. We need to allow 5-year-olds to get sex changes and become the sex that they want to be.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side saying, that is preposterous. They need to be going to church like a good child.
Abortion isn't okay.
And they shouldn't use condoms. Okay, well, both sides of those arguments are fucking insane.
And don't learn about sex. I will say this. The Republicans have taken it to where they have 3 bad things and like Democrats have like 1.5 bad things. Like there's
I wouldn't go there.
1.5 of it is just like, you're a weirdo. And then...
We have to be honest with these things. Like...
But Republicans...
It's nuanced. Everyone has different opinions on how things should work, but there's obvious things that are fucking crazy.
I will say this, though. Majority of Republicans are rich, white people.
Rich, white people.
And they're usually super religious. And this is why now I understand that, like, Christians, why you guys think we're coming after you. We're not. It's just fucking chill the fuck out. Stop putting your aggressive religious views into government. That has no place.
Yeah.
There's no place for that.
And thank Satan for the Satanic Temple, because they went down to Arkansas and they said, we think this is really great, guys. We think if your flag's going to say, in God we trust, we love that. We think it's great you're recognizing religions. But to be fair, this is a government. We should be fair, right? Everyone agrees? Everyone agrees? Yeah, everyone, I agree. Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Fuck that.
And they said, well, if it's going to be fair, we need to be on that flag. So that's what they're fighting for right now, is to put either like Hail Satan.
I hope so.
Here's the thing. If you think this is far-fetched, they got to put their, I would keep wanting to say mascot, but their religious idol, which is Baphomet, a half goat, half man on a
you just gotta look up
throne
Satanic Temple
with a pentagram over it, and they got to put that in front of the courthouse because it was right next to the 10 Commandments that they put up. And I think it's great because you can't be exclusionary if you're going to include...
exclusionary a word?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever used that word.
Me either. I've heard it before, and I was like, here's my fucking moment.
I needed that comedic relief. Seriously, though, I mean, everything needs to just be taken with a grain of salt. We're going to get through it. Everyone just needs to be nicer. And eventually, all of the shitty people will congregate together, and all of the great, nice, friendly people will congregate together. Things will happen. It's just you have to also be open to teaching other people.
Yeah.
And have compassion. Like, that's the thing is I don't like aggressiveness. I don't like bullying. I don't like telling people that they feel a certain way or that they were raised a certain way, because you don't know every situation. Everyone was raised differently.
Yeah.
So we all have different minds. And if you're going to try to say that our minds and our blood and our organs are all the same, it's not true. Our minds are 100% different. They make us all unique to ourselves. And that's something you have to be super aware of.
Yeah.
That